here. Give me 1 minute. Those of y'all that know me know I don't come on screen without no earrings in my ears, and I couldn't find the earrings I wanted just now, so it took me a little minute. Hold on. Hello. Get this out of the way. Not the book. Okay. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 4. For Get Into It with Amina. Let me turn this around some. Oh, I don't know why I didn't wrap my hair up. It just throws me off when it's all in my face. I'm gonna have to pull this back a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. Hello, welcome to Get Into It with Amina. If you're new here and you just stumbled upon this, I want to say you should check out day 1, day 2, and day 3 first as well. Well, not first or after this, you know, whatever you want to do. If you've been on this journey all this time, what's up? Welcome back. Today's session is a special one. Well, each day's been a special one. Sorry, I'm just clearing energy. Today I'm gonna give you a S.T.E.A.M session, okay? Give me 1 minute. But you know, as always, before we get started, I like to open each session like just talking about something, a current event or something that might have triggered you guys, that has occurred to me or happened to me, and that maybe you'll be able to relate to. So today, this morning when I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about to start off before I went right into the session, one of the things I noticed today, and let me light my, sorry, give me 1 minute to light my sage. I noticed today, right, so I was on Facebook, and I've been telling myself, don't go on Facebook that much, you know, I've been limiting it and everything like that. Don't always get on Facebook, because Facebook, I mean, I could deal with Instagram more than I could deal with Facebook, because, you know, as it also has the other code name. It's also known as fake book, because on Facebook, a lot of people tend to be phony. You know, they put up pictures and videos of the life that they wish they had. But, you know, when you look at it, you don't know that. So you're thinking that's what they really live in or what they're really about. And then you discover that ain't really what it is. So anyway, today, like a doofus, I said, let me browse Facebook, see what's going on, because I want to put up some promotions and, you know, put up some ads and let people know what I'm about to be doing. And as I'm browsing Facebook, I get triggered. And see, we all have our different triggers. I know I have a video up talking about triggers. Now, that video is talking about triggers that stem from childhood. This specific trigger, it's not a childhood trigger. It's one that has to deal with the ego, and pretty much how the ego deals with competition, with being noticed. Because the ego it has a lot to do with, you know, how people view you, really. People say like, oh, you're full of yourself if you have a big ego. But really, big egos are based off of the opinions of other people, really. Somebody thinks they're great. Why? Because someone else told them they was great, and they believed it. Or their parents raised them to think they were so great. Unless they really have some traumatizing experience in their life that tells them the opposite, you're going to continue to know you're great. But Some people didn't have that experiences, those experiences growing up where they had to build their ego. And when you come from like a background like that where you have to build your ego, you tend to run into a lot of things that are going to try to knock it down because you don't have that foundation of just knowing. You're actually almost in a way trying to convince yourself of your greatness. And that can be difficult when you don't have cheerleaders in your corner, or when you have cheerleaders and they're not all, you don't know if you can trust all of them either. So today I'm browsing Facebook, right, to get to today's story. And I was like, okay, today I'm doing a STEAM session. And, that's like giving you guys an idea of what it would be like if you had a one-on-one with me, which we open with a chat anyway. When I have one-on-ones, I like to, check in first with how the person's feeling, what's been going on currently before we start digging all into, your history and what's been going on and blah, 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 and readings and this and that. So as if we're doing a one-on-one STEAM, I'm going to start with my story. It says I'm browsing Facebook. I come across like a video. Hey, Caitlin. Hi, Stacy. I need to get glasses. Oh, my God. I was going to use my laptop today, but then I realized if I use my laptop, I'd have to change my whole setup because then you couldn't see the cards on the table. So, and then I was going to turn this sideways, but then when I did, it had me like this. And I said, I guess I got to keep it this way. Anyway, so back to my story. I'm on Facebook and I see a video, right? And when I say it looked like me, part 2, I was like, oh my God. Like, is this person like mimicking me? And like my whole mannerism. They might as well have said, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of your tribe. So it just made me go for a minute like, yo. And my ego started working. Maybe, you better get on your game. You better get on Facebook. You better let it be known. Like, I don't know how many people follow this person, but they're gonna think that that's the one. And then when you try, they're gonna think like you're the copy. And all these things are going on in my head. One of those reasons is because I have always, one of my number one missions has always been, I don't want to be like anybody else. I don't want to be doing anything anyone else is doing. I don't want to even be slightly resembling somebody else's style. If we're doing the same activity, the way I'm doing it is not going to be the way you're doing it. And that's always been my thing, to stand out. Even when I was doing West African dance and I had my dance company, they always had stuff to say to me because I didn't do straight up traditional. Oh well. My ancestors said, okay, that's the foundation. Now take it somewhere else, and help it to grow. So anyway, long story short, I find myself really triggered for a minute. And I'm sitting this morning like really thinking of ways to make myself transform again. Like, okay, you're gonna have to change up again. You're gonna have to switch it up. And then this quote, this meme pops into my head, and it was like, they might be able to take the recipe, but they won't have the same flavor. And maybe an ancestor was saying it. I don't know, because that's the sass that was with it. Like, they could have the recipe, girl, but they ain't gonna have the flavor. So it could be, someone could do what you're doing, but it's not gonna be you if it's not you. And that goes for anything you guys are doing. If you ever see somebody, maybe you it doesn't even have to be in work. It could be in life. I've seen people, we got somebody, and I don't want to say it because they're in my family. And if anybody in my family sees this, they're going to know who I'm talking about. But I have to say it. We have somebody in my very family who mimics another person in the family. And we all notice it in photos, clothes, hairstyle. I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, if I could pull up a picture, you'd be like, whoa, that person is totally mimicking this person. And I don't understand why, but yeah, we'll get the same haircut, we'll get the same hairdo, we'll wear the same outfit. If they're posing in a picture, we'll do the same pose as the other person. And I'm like, oh my God, they don't have no identity. No, who are you? And so it can get kind of annoying. And I think I mentioned it one time to the person, like, yo, so-and-so is always trying to be you. And they're like, yeah, but you know, whatever. They're gonna try to beat me, but they can never beat me. And when he said that, I was kind of like, note to self. And so I wanted to pass that jewel on, you know, that if you are ever having any ego battles where you might feel like somebody's trying to either be you, or they're trying to mimic something you're doing. Maybe you started doing some entrepreneur work, and then you offer to help people, but they don't want to work through you. But then you turn around, you see that they're doing the same thing. Then it's like, you know, those are those moments where you have to really stop. And like this brother told me, you have to realize, yes, there's only one you. So you can have a whole bunch of people doing what you're doing, but they're not going to do it the way you do it. And that goes in anything. When you are like, I've had moments where I had to check my ego. I moved on from a relationship, and then you always look back. Even if you left the person and they didn't leave you, you look back, who they with now? And you might look and be like, ew, that person, this one, that person, oh my God, and they couldn't treat me right, but they're going to do that. And you have to like, sometimes I have to stop myself. I've been in relationships where I left the relationship and friends would come tell me, oh, the person they got after you, it looked like a fake you, or it looks just like you, or this person resembles you, or they do the same exact stuff you do. They went and tried to get a fake you. I swear I've heard that so many times. And I would laugh sometimes, but in my heart, I'd be like, a fake me? Why would you go with it? A fake me? Why wouldn't you want to be with me? You want a replica? And now all of that is to say, get the ego in check. There's only one you. Can't nobody be a fake you. Can't nobody do what you're doing the way you do it. And this morning when I felt myself backsliding, like, you know, because the person does follow me. I know that they watch what I do. I know that they, you know, I was kind of like, you know, because I've been having that issue. This year, I've been having the copycat syndrome. I honestly don't care if this other person I'm about to talk about sees this, because I had to unfriend them. I had a sister literally inbox me to let me know she's going to copy me. Who does that? Hey girl, I'm thinking about starting a program just like yours, but when I started, I don't want you to think I copy. What? Well, if you're going to start a program that's like mine, then isn't that copying? So I was kind of like, at first, you know, I try to be the bigger person. I'm like, oh, okay, girl, no problem, do you. And then I sat in it, and I'm like, the hell she mean I'm gonna do something just like you doing? No, I worked hard to come up with Feel the Shift and the things that I do with these, with my clients and stuff like that. No. So then I hit her back. I was like, what do you mean exactly? What are you gonna be doing? Because, and she might have thought I was arrogant, but I was just being honest. I said, look, the stuff that I make up, I spend months at a time really trying to come up with this stuff. I really go through my whole life process and I try to condense it into 9 months so that I got this program that I know will transform the people that come in it. So for you to come and tell me you're going to do the same thing, I need to know what you're doing, because how is it the same thing? How? So then she's like, oh, girl, I love you. What does that mean? I'm doing something with women and this, that. She goes, with uplifting them and with their money empowerment. I said, okay, well, I don't just work with women. You know, most of my clients are females or women, identify as women, but I was like, and I don't just work with their prosperity. I try to make a well-rounded everything. We want to ascend completely. We do not want to just go, we got prosperity, but I have no connect to God. So how long is prosperity going to last? I got love in my life, but I'm not connected to God. I don't have material wealth. So how long am I going to feel secure in this relationship? No, I was telling her what I'm trying to do is a whole rounded thing. So I said, that's nothing like what I'm doing. So, you know, more power to you. And when you started, I'm going to share it for you and, you know, whatever. And she was like, yeah, that's what sisters got to do. And I'm going to start promoting your stuff so that they can see that there ain't no issues. Long story short, I was promoting her stuff on my page. And she will not sharing out a near nothing, never shared nothing of mine. And I was like, okay, I thought we were doing the sisterhood thing. Like we were supposed to be showing like we support each other, but that didn't happen. So I took down the stuff I put up. I was like, oh, well, take it down. And then I sat on it and I said, I don't know, this don't feel right. This feels like somebody who's watching what I'm doing and then planning what they're going to present based off of what I'm doing. And I ended up unfriending them so they can't see my page. Because sometimes you have to do that in the world of the arts. I'm sorry. The creative people, there are many people who call themselves creatives and they're not creative. I mean, so when you're realizing, okay, this person's trying to feed off of my creativity, I had to kind of say, okay, and then I'm promoting you and you're not promoting me. Yeah, I'm sharing you, you're not sharing me. Like, after a while I said, okay, there's no give and take, bye-bye. And then I had to get out of my ego. So what if she tried to do the same exact thing as I'm doing? She's not me, so it's not going to be the same thing. And all that is to say for you all, when you have any moment of insecurity where you're comparing yourself to somebody else, just reel your ego back in and remember, and I almost want to say a curse word, but I caught myself. Because, I got addressed for that recently. I had a sensitive person upset because I said the F word, but she didn't like, I don't know if she was mad I said the F word or I said it with the word God following it. Either way, it made me feel some sort of way, like, I guess before midnight I should watch my mouth because I might have sensitive elders or I don't know, people on. But yeah, I wanted to be like, the next time you comparing yourself to someone else that ain't you, you need to remind yourself, this bitch ain't me. She ain't never gonna be me. She can't do what I do. And it don't matter even if they got somebody like in a relationship with someone else that you might have been with or you wanted or whatever, that they still ain't getting you. That ain't you. Hey, Amina, and you got to come to realize that after a while, because that's a lot of what we go through when it comes to even with heartbreak. For me, the worst part with heartbreak is watching them with someone else. If me and somebody else breaks up, I'm good if they by themselves. It's when they in a new relationship that now you're like, well, now you're comparing yourself. What does that person got that I don't got? How come that person over me? And you got to reel in your ego and realize, it don't got nothing to do with you really. Honestly, it's preference, and it also has a lot to do with them. Even if they get somebody that seems similar to you, which a lot of them will do, a lot of exes, men or women, will turn around and get a new person that's similar to the person they was just with, or might look similar, or have some kind of similarity, and it'll make you go like, well, why that person? Because they almost the same as me. But you have to realize they're missing something. Obviously, that's why they're not with you. They were able to deal with this person because they're missing that little bit of something that you got that they couldn't handle. And it's easier for them to deal with that person's energy than yours. And sometimes that would make me feel good because it made me feel like, oh, I was too strong for them. They needed somebody, a weaker version of me, And those are the things sometimes you have to feed your ego. And ego's not all bad either, because without the ego, you don't have that ambition. The ego is what makes you say, I got to get up, I got to do something, I got to make something of myself, I got to get me this, I got to get me that, because that's what I want. That's your ego that's pushing you, all right? But it's also your ego that'll block you. It'll be your ego that'll say, man, you know what, I'm not even going to try, because your ego don't want to get knocked down, or you don't want to get disappointed, or whatever the case may be. So I wanted to start with that today because that was like my thing this morning that I had to actually look at real quick. And it was for a hot second where I was kind of like, somebody trying to beat me. And then I was like, you know what? You inspired this person. Take it like that. They were inspired by you, just like you were inspired by somebody else, and that person was inspired by somebody else. But it does get angering when it's not an inspiration that they take and they get creative with it. When they're inspired to completely be a carbon copy, then it's kind of like, come on now. So that's where I draw the line a little bit. When people try to tell you, oh, you should be flattered. You don't always have to be flattered. Why should I be flattered that somebody felt like I'm not going to put in the work? I'm just going to try to be this person. I'm going to follow whatever they're doing because I don't want to be creative. But that's an artistic struggle, and it's also a struggle with, I'm sorry, hold on, someone is sitting right outside my door with a laptop. It sounds like they're playing music. Not gonna be able to sit here. Good Lord. You would think my house was like a subway station. I gotta step out my door and tell people, like literally sitting in the hall. I'm just gonna sit right here at the door. I don't get it. Anyway, so that moves me into welcoming you again. You know, because today is a STEAM session. For those that don't know what STEAM is, it means soul transforming energy and movement, which is exactly what I created to help shift the energy in your body very easily without you even really noticing it. You get your intuitive guidance, you get your channeled guided visualization. And when I say channeled, someone asked me, what did I mean? I can't remember who it was. Somebody wrote me in my inbox. They didn't understand what a channeled visualization was, and maybe it scared them when I say channeled. When I'm saying a channeled visualization, it means I don't prepare it. My visualizations, it's not like something that I'm reading a script or I prepare what I'm gonna say. When I do a channeled visualization, it means I'm feeling your energy and the energy of your guides and what they feel like you need to hear. And then I just let them speak through me. So that's a channeled guided visualization. It's where it's spirit speaking through me, guiding you. Okay? From that, I'm trying not to get distracted because this person is back at my door. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. Please excuse me. And I don't know what this means for today with this constant interruption. Can y'all keep Zuri away from the door, please? Oh, goodness. All right. I don't know what this means. That was like the second time now. She comes to the door and she's singing loud and nobody is seeming to pay her no mind. I open the door. My oldest is skipping around. I don't know what that means. Y'all got 2 interruptions in a row just now. So I don't know what that means about the energy of today. If things that you planned aren't going to go the way you planned, or be prepared for be prepared for things that maybe you felt was going one way to get disrupted. Maybe power moments, things that you thought were stable coming down, because yeah, every time she was at the door, I swear it was throwing my energy. Like I couldn't focus for a minute. So be wary of things that are going to distract you today from what you should be focused on, is the message I'm getting loud and clear now. Do not be distracted by things that are going to throw you off track. And I feel like maybe today you're going to get at least 1 to 2 things that are going to distract you from your focus. Maybe you'll be already focused and feeling good, like on a goal, and then 2 things are going to happen that are going to make you kind of lose the focus. And just now that y'all know what's coming, or if you might already had it happen to you today, you might already had your interruptions or your disruptions that might have threw you off your game. Just now you know, woosah, okay? So anyway, with that said, oh, I turned my light out. Another disruption. Like, I didn't even mean to do that. But I'm going to take that as a confirmation when the light went out. Like, yeah. Okay. So anyway, like I was saying, with STEAM, once I finish the guided visualization, then the next thing is we move to movement. That's the meditative movement. I do the STEAM routine where I take you through the breath work. We do a hand mudra dance, which I'll explain the mudras when I get up to that. And it depends on the lesson. Today we're just doing a little bitty. But if you really booked a STEAM session, you would get maybe some STEAM choreo. No, that's a lie. With a STEAM session, you don't get the choreography. You get the STEAM routine, which is the breath work, meditative dance, the mudra dancing, and then you get a cool down. Because even though you're not really dancing strenuously, moving around and breathing at the same time and visualizing can make you a little winded. So I bring your energy back down before you are done. Now, if you take a STEAM workshop where it's a group class, then yeah, I usually throw in a little choreography, like here's a few steps, to just for some fun. Or it might deal with activating an element within you, fire, water, earth, air. But today we're not doing all of that. Today we're going to do the STEAM routine, the breath work, I might do the hand mudras. The only thing with the hand mudra dance is that the music that I like to use for it is probably going to get me flagged. So I'm trying to find something else that I could use. But anyway, I want you all to know that tomorrow is also the last day of this series. It's the bonus day because I was really going to do 4 days, but I added a 5th one because 5 is a transitioning number. You have to do something at least 5 days, 5 months, 5 weeks to get a real change. And that's just based off of numerology. Okay. And so I said, well, let me do a bonus 5th day. And the 5th day is my 911 messages. And I'll explain that before I close the whole session so that you know what to expect tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be kind of fun and interesting. I mean, each day is fun. But I'm saying this one is going to be like very light-hearted. So I'll explain that later, even though 911 probably makes you sound like, whoa, that does not sound light. Okay. So I also want y'all to take a minute to, when you can, to go to the Patreon page and just look at the subscription packages. It's one for $11 a month. There's one for $22 a month. The cheaper one, you get your monthly outlook, a general monthly reading every month via Patreon. And the $22 a month, you get the weekly. Everything that you get in these 5 days is a part of my podcast, Get Into It. So you would be a subscriber. You would get it every week, a weekly outlook. You'd also have access to the monthly outlook. You'd have more personalized input where you could select. I give votes on which topic you want me to read on and things like that. So check that out. One-to-one sessions. I'm doing them currently, but I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be doing them. You usually can book on 5. Most people, if you want a full, not even a full, if you want the beginning of a shift, you have to do at least 5 sessions, and it should be kind of consecutive, not big gaps. But yeah, one-to-ones can wear me out a little because they take place all over my schedule. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be doing it, but we'll see. But you couldn't find the Patreon? I know it should be still up, patreon.com/anointed_egungun. EGUN, I believe. I'm going to share it today anyway. Again, I probably need to update the page, but subscribers get perks too. Like after a certain amount of months, I think you get a sweater, a hoodie, a mug, a bag, and it'll have like Get Into It stuff on it. And I have raffles through Patreon where you can win a homemade oracle deck. You can win an intention board. I don't know if everybody's ever seen mine. Look, they got all these kids outside my door right now. That's what I'm talking about. A bunch of disruptions. I don't know, guys. Don't set too many of your plans in stone because apparently it's gonna be a lot of things interrupting whatever you plan, like I'm going through today. Okay. Alrighty. This is one of my intention boards. I actually discontinued selling these. I used to make them. I also made them and sold them, sold fortune boards. I kind of discontinued those. I only do my intention boards for those that complete my Feel the Shift programs. They get them. But yeah. I stopped selling them. It was becoming a lot of work. And I said, okay, it was fun at first. And then when you get a whole bunch of customers, then it started to not be fun. Like, oh God, I got to still make this for that one. And I got to make hers. And I didn't finish this person's and I didn't. And I was getting stressed out and it wasn't fun anymore. So what I was thinking about doing is maybe a little weekend transformational fun day. Me and some other intuitive guides that I like to team up with. Might do like a day where we're going to make intention boards and you join the Zoom and these are the materials you need to have or you can have. And we all just sit together and make them together. Get your kids, they could join in and stuff like that. Because to me, it should be fun. When it started to become too much business, that's when I was like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. I'm glad you love it, Caitlin. And you know what I thought about your board today when we were doing affirmations? I was like, I wonder if she's reading her affirmations on her board. So it's funny you brought that up. And these are the fortune boards. I haven't done them in a while. I think I had 2 customers last year, at the end of last year, and after that I said, okay, I'm pausing. And then I made one out of the kindness of my heart for somebody, and they harassed me for it, and I kind of, after that, was like, well, damn, I did it to be nice, and now you're like, where's my board? Did you mail my board? Did you send my, and I was like, made me regret it, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I'm sorry. And if you come across this video, sister, that's how I did feel. It did feel like, well, damn, when somebody does something nice for you, you don't harass them for it. You patiently, you wait, you're going to get it. Chill out. I didn't have the money for the shipping. That was really the issue. But then I was getting turned off to the energy. Like, oh my goodness. So once it did become fun, I stopped. So I'm thinking about making a fun day where, you know, just do it just for fun, not work, you know. And I'm getting a side note for some of you guys that's what you need to focus on as well. When it comes to what you're doing for work, if it's not fun, if it's not, you're not enjoying yourself, if it's something that's draining, you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, I got to go do this. You need to rethink it. I'm hearing it's time for you to be doing things that are fun and bring you pleasure. And if they don't, then that means it needs to go on the back burner. All right. Now, don't go around breaking up with people and quitting jobs and say Amina advised it. OK, I'm saying just look into your heart, and whatever you're not enjoying, you know, don't make it a priority. Start to look for the things that you enjoy and do that more. All right. And even if you're in like a relationship or a job, well, you shouldn't be in a relationship that you're unhappy in. But if you're in a job that you have to be in because it keeps you secure, but you're not really, it's not your passion. You can do something else to have your, you know, that passion on the other end. You know, I had a 9 to 5, and then after that, I did what I enjoyed on the weekends. I taught dance to children or after school programs. So there's ways around that. Anyway, I didn't mean to go into all of that. Lastly, if you want to book a personal reading, some of you mentioned it yesterday that you would like to. There's several different ones on my page, and I do have to fix my page. It can get confusing. One of my cousins, you know, she's on today. She even was like, I was looking at the page, but I didn't know what to pick because it's like a whole lot of stuff, and I do have to make it more clear. So if you do want to book one, just like hit me up in my inbox, and you know, I'll let you know, you know. Before you didn't miss that much. I've been rambling. I've been running my mouth. Okay. This is just still the opening, even though it's been a good half hour. But yeah, personal readings. I have like 3 different kinds I do. I think I do 3 different ones. 3 different ways you can have it done, but it's a whole bunch of different topics that you can choose. You could get mediumship, where I'm just channeling an ancestor that you specifically want me to talk to. Animal spirit readings, past lifetime readings. There's a whole list there. So it can get a little confusing. And if you look at it and you're like, I don't get it, just inbox me. Like, yeah, I looked at your page. I don't understand what to choose. Then there's 3 different ways you can get it. You can do a one-on-one with me via Zoom, where you schedule it and you get your reading right in your face. 2, the other way is if you have a very hectic schedule and you look at mine and it just doesn't match, you can just make your payment. Through me though, not through the site. You'll have to tell me I'm choosing to do a recorded reading, but I cannot, you know, I don't really have time to sit with you face to face. Then I will record the reading for you as a video. And so you can still see the cards, you still get to see me, and well, maybe, or my hands, and you still get your reading. And then the other one, I think the other choice is Messenger. Those are like quickies where I'm leaving you voice clips, all right, or voice messages via that. But you don't see the cards, all right? You just hear the reading. So I don't know, I have to make that more clear on my page because trust, I got several people saying I was going to book a personal reading, but I don't know what to do. You have a whole bunch of options on your page and I don't know what to pick. And when I looked at it, I said, okay, that could be a little confusing. When I saw it, I said, I do need to upgrade it. So yeah, if you've been curious about it, just inbox me and we'll talk about it. You know, it's whatever. All right, so the STEAM session, when you have a STEAM session with me, they're either 40 minutes to an hour. They only usually stretch to an hour if I'm working with a client and we have a lot of verbal exchange. Meaning I'm reading them, they're talking, or the opening when I'm checking in with them, they're talking, or I'm rambling. Then it could stretch. But the actual process can be done in 40 minutes. All right, and out of that 40 minutes, you can say, wow, okay, I feel good. All right, and that's how I kind of programmed it to be able to give you a quick shift. You know, I come from New York initially where, you know, people are always hustling and bustling and moving and grinding and blah, 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 blah. So a lot of times they ain't got no time, or that's what they like to say or feel. And I used to come from a feeling like that. Like, I don't have time. I can't be doing no whole hour meditation, this, that, and this. I need something where I could just get in alignment and get grounded and snap out of whatever funk I'm in and be able to just flow. And this kind of is what I came up with. All right. And it works for everybody. So we're going to start with the first part of what would be a STEAM session. If you were having a one-on-one with me, you would have just had that whole chit chat, except you would have been giving feedback because we would have been on Zoom. So you could turn on your chat and say what you wanted to say about your day as well. And then I'd go to the reading. Now, what I'm doing with you guys is I'm treating you as if you are one client, so that you can see the experience of getting a STEAM session. However, if you're a VIP, you'll get a little bit more of an individualized experience today. So the general reading I'm doing is going to be for the collective. So it's as if it's one person. So what I'm going to tell you now is the disclaimer. It is a general reading. Take what resonates. If it does not sound like you, it's not your story. You know, and sometimes you have to say that to yourself, like, okay, maybe that is for me, but that's not my story. But also try not to be in denial, because that can happen too, where it is your story and you're just going, that ain't my story, but it is. Okay, so just make sure you're not doing that. Now for the VIPs, the way the reading is going, everybody has been channeled into this reading here. I did this last night. I like to do it the night before because sometimes my intuition is really high at night. So I'm sitting here at the table and I was just asking Spirit, all right, the people that need to get this message, the people that are going to be on the live tomorrow, not even so much people that watch the replay, sorry. The people that are going to be on live tomorrow, what do they need to hear? What do they need to know? And those are the energies that came through. So most of you that are here live are going to hear something in the general reading that you're going to say, okay, yeah, that's me. The VIPs, I have 3 objects, okay, for you to choose from. Underneath each of these objects is a piece of paper that says something that I wrote last night and folded up and stuck under it. I don't even remember. I don't remember what's under what, so whatever you choose and you get, you really are being guided by Spirit, because I don't even remember. So what I'm going to do is, I was going to turn the camera downwards, but since we're going to get up at some point, I don't feel like going through all the camera maneuverment. Well, you know what? I could still turn it down. So I'm trying to think do I want to lay these out so that you could really see them on the table. Also, wow, I just got a nudge, a reminder. During STEAM sessions, you always get a chakra checkup, chakra reading. So you're also going to get a general checkup. But the way we're going to do that is different. So when I get to that, I'm going to get to it. Just hold on. I'm jumping ahead of myself, but that's because Spirit felt that I was forgetting it. And I was. I needed that little tug, like you're forgetting the chakras. Jumping straight to the general reading. So, you know what? I'm going to turn the camera down, yeah, because that'll help me focus more on what's going on down here on the table. All right, guys. Okay. So here in the middle is the general reading, all right? These are the 3 objects that you VIPs can choose from. I'm sure some of you are going to still say, hey, I'm not a VIP, but I'm going to do it anyway. But, okay. What I'm going to do, though, is VIPs at the end of today's session, you will get a personal chakra. You're going to get your own personal chakra checkup, all right, to see what chakra is needing a little help and what vibe you're giving off. For the rest of you guys, you'll get a star seed card, but everybody's gonna get that. Sorry, you know, when you're VIP, you get special treatment. So what I want to do first is VIPs, or those of you that just feel to, but really I'm going to be honing in on the VIPs energies. Choose one of these objects here, and at the end of the general reading, I'm going to lift up each one of them, tell you what the letter says under it, and I'll also give a read off of the object you chose. All right? Sounds good? Let's get into it. Alrighty, so this is the general read. This is for whoever. And a couple of cards came out, so I don't know how many people are on live, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If there's 6 of you, if there's more, I don't know. But this was the energy that I was getting. At least 6 to 7 people would be here live. So one of these tarot cards is going to sound like your story. All right, here we go. We have the 3 of Cups reversed. Okay. I'm gonna lay that down. Let me get them all out. Wheel of Fortune. Oops. And by the way, these are my Game of Thrones tarot cards. If any of you are wondering, like, those cards look weird. They're based off of the Game of Thrones. You see the back of the card. It's the swords, like the throne chair. For those of you that are GOT fans. You have the Queen of Coins reversed. Let me move those over there. All right, VIPs on the back. Alrighty. You have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Coins reversed. And the 4 of Cups reversed. All right. So when I initially did this, the object was that I was going to just read it as one whole story. But now I'm kind of feeling moved to read it as individual people's stories, and for you to decide which one of these is your story. Okay? Now, altogether, it could end up being one story. Let me take a look at this really quick. Swords, coins reverse, and 4 cups. All right, I'm gonna read these as individual stories. All right, you take the one that resonates. All right, and if none of them resonate, then it's not your story. Don't worry about it. All right, we got 3 of Cups reversed here. So somebody, if this is your story, you are in a situation where you thought you were happy and celebrating, but you're discovering that maybe somebody you're with has a third party. Maybe there's somebody else besides you in the relationship that you're in with someone. Maybe you're discovering that people you thought were your friends are not really your friends. What I'm getting here is there was some kind of disappointment in finding out that you weren't the only one, or you weren't as high up on the pedestal as you thought. Maybe your friends, you're realizing, oh, they go out without you sometimes. Maybe you might feel like people are talking behind your back. You thought you were gonna have a reason to celebrate, but instead you find out it's not just you and one other person, there's another person involved. So if this doesn't sound like your story, it could be a warning for some of you to watch your back, that there may be people being false friends, or you're in a relationship where there may be a third party. All right? If that's your story, take it. If not, do not force it. I'm sure everybody's going to take the good stories, though. That's why Spirit at first was like, just read the whole thing as one story. And maybe I should still do that. I think I am. Yeah, I'm getting moved to. One story. If it ain't your story, then this ain't your reading. Yeah, okay, so I'm seeing where that leads into. All right, so there was something you was dealing with. It might have been, I think this is past, because with the Wheel of Fortune, this is the now. You're in a period where things should be on the up and up. All right? If you're not feeling that energy yet, it's your mindset. You need to change it, okay? Because right now, when you get the Wheel of Fortune upright, that means karma is on your side. You have put in the work. Spirit has seen it. It's being acknowledged that you have put in the work, and you're getting your blessings, all right? Or they're coming. But the Queen of Coins reverse is somebody not feeling very materialistically stable. And if they are feeling stable, they're holding on to whatever they make for dear life. Because, they're all about the coin. So if that's you or somebody around you, it's an older woman, feminine energy, female energy. What I'm getting is maybe having experienced the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune and experienced a time where you felt like you didn't have reason to celebrate. Now moving into the top of the Wheel of Fortune, you're very, very, very weary about your material. You're a little bit on edge. You don't want to be at the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune ever again. So you might put a little bit too much focus on money. All right, so that needs to be lightened up. Ace of Swords is here. This is the truth coming in. So there's something somebody out there is not seeing that somebody is going to put in their face. Or you've been getting the truth and you're trying not to see it. But this is a fresh start. Someone's going to come in and offer you the truth so that they could get a new beginning with you. Okay? Take it if it resonates. Because right on the other side, we have the Ace of Coins reverse. This is somebody else with a new beginning, but they're going to promise prosperity and they don't have it. This is somebody who's going to come at you. Yeah, they're going to offer you the truth. They're going to offer you what you want to hear, what you needed to hear in order to get clarity about things. But they're also going to kind of give you a false feeling that they are materialistic, that they are financially, that's the word, that they are financially stable. And they're not. So you're going to think it's a financial, stable union that you're going into. And really, this person is not there. They're in Struggleville. All right. And that's the truth. That's why that's right there in the center. You are on the top of your Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting this. This is feeling like one story. You might have dealt with this person. They had somebody else on the side. Now it's your time. You move past that. Or you're trying to release that karma, and you should be. You're like too focused on money. So someone's going to come in and offer you the truth because they want a new start with you. But you're going to be fooled. Maybe you're going to think they're very stable and they're not. Maybe they're going to make an offer to you, like to work with you, to do business or something. Take it if it resonates. But really, they're not going to really have much to offer. But they're going to come off as if it's a new start at financial wealth or being stable. And it won't really be. What's going to happen is with the Four of Cups reversed, it's going to be a disappointment. Four of Cups reversed is like somebody bored or regretting or feeling like they did this and did that, emotionally puts themselves into something and got nothing back. And then here comes this fool giving her another cup. Now, in the traditional tarot, it's the hand of God coming down and offering another cup to you. In this tarot, that is not the bloody hand of God. This guy was a trickster in the show. He was very wealthy because he ran a sex shop. And he used to be in love with her mother, but once her mother died, he started to turn his affections towards her. So he's being really, really nice to her, but he really does not mean her well. He's a trickster. So to get this reverse, it's like this person is coming in pretending they mean well, and they're really fooling you because you're emotionally invested. You do have love for them. They're a friend of the family. He knew her mother since she was little. It's someone you're friends with. With the Three of Cups here, this is usually friends having fun and celebrating, but reverse, it's something else. So just be wary. All right? Be wary. You're at the top of the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to be drawing in a lot of people who are not. And, yeah, the truth of the matter is go for the truth of the matter. Don't let them just come in and beat you in the head. Don't do anything or make any choices or decisions without having all the facts, is what I'm getting when it comes to money. When it comes to this new start with money. Alrighty. What else we got here? Some advice. Now, when you get a regular S.T.E.A.M session, you also, your first meet with me, I do like a little assessment. You find out what is blocking you, and usually I have that at the top. That should be first. What shadow work you need to do as far as your inner child is concerned, and what shadow work you've already been working through. I let you know what you need to surrender to in order to let things flow better. And then I give you some life coach advice, which is like just pretty much letting you know whatever else you need to know. So let me take a sip of water and go into that. I don't know why I'm so dehydrated today. Water. I took a long shower too, and I'm drinking bottles and bottles of water. I'm like, okay, let me shut up my rambling. All right, so we got that. Let's go into, this is totally different. Y'all got the story. If it didn't resonate with you, that wasn't for you today, okay? Don't force it. Don't be like me. I've sat in general reads and I've tried to force the story to fit my situation. Don't do that, because it will have you stressing out. You'll be like, oh my God, thinking that this and that is going to occur, and it's not you. All right. If anything in that did not match, then that wasn't your story. If you don't understand that, you're not in a situationship where there could be a third party. You don't feel like you're at the top of the Wheel of Fortune right now. You're in Struggleville. Then this wasn't your story. Okay. Now, VIPs, very quickly, you should have selected already. So I'm going to give you this read. Your chakra read will be at the end. That'll be more individualized. So, VIPs, what I did was I kind of put your energy behind these objects, but I decided now in this moment, I'm just going to let you freely choose. Okay? So, the first one, if you choose this one, and I guess this could just be fun for everybody since it's not personalized, I'm going to save the chakra reading for your personal read, all right? My VIPs, that'll be at the end. As a matter of fact, I'll do that at the end of this general reading before we get up. So, this Buddha here, if you chose this Buddha, this is a laughing gold Buddha, so everybody can feel free to join in on this. You can write gold Buddha, laughing. You can write number 1, whichever one you want. This is the praying Buddha. You can put Buddha girl, praying Buddha, whatever in the chat to claim the message. And this is baby Buddha. Okay. He's also a laughing Buddha, but he's my baby. And if you feel drawn to the baby Buddha, then you choose baby Buddha. So I'm gonna give you a minute, taking a deep breath. Y'all should know how to ground yourselves by now after being with me at least these last 3 days. You shouldn't have to do 4, but as many as it takes for you to feel grounded, and then make your selection. Write it in the chat. By the way, while y'all are making your selection, thank you so much for being great supporters. My channel made it to 102 subscribers today. I've been trying to make it to 100 subscribers for the last few months. I've been stuck at 85, and for some reason I could not get past that. But I want to thank everybody who is a recent subscriber as well as a past one for helping the channel get over 100. Let's just keep it going, keep the momentum going. As y'all can see, as I flow, as things flow in for me, if you're part of my tribe, you're a part of that same river or stream of flow. So we all prosper. One of us prospers, everybody does. And by now you should have written the one you chose in the comments. So here we go. If you chose Gold Buddha, Laughing Buddha, you ain't got nothing to worry about, okay? Or number 1, you worry for nothing is what I'm hearing. You need to be like him. You have all this abundance and wealth that you don't see. It's behind you, I guess. You don't see it. It's coming. It's there. It's a resource of wealth of talent and gifts and things that you have. Look how secure he is. Okay? Spirit is coming through to say you are worrying for nothing, and you need to really connect to source energy. All right? You got a lot of abundance that wants to come in. But your mind is the block. You can't see it. You don't see it. And because you don't see it, you're not feeling it. Spirit is saying you need to feel that abundance. And then it'll be yours. All right, let's see what his message is. A lot of money is on the way. Claim it. I can't make this. I can't make it up. So if you chose number 1 of the Golden Buddha, exactly what the Happy Buddha represents is wealth. You have a lot of money on the way, so claim it. Claim it. You can even write in the chat. Claim. I claim it. All right. Even choose that one. I'm gonna claim it. Shoot. All right. If you chose my praying Buddha, or the number 2, I'm feeling a need for companionship. Maybe a loneliness, maybe you're single or you live alone. I'm getting a feeling of needing to go within, almost feeling like you're in a hermit mode right now, and it's on purpose. Maybe you're trying to figure out, why am I alone? Why can't I secure a mate? Why can't, a lot of my friendships, I got friends, but they're virtual or they're not within my reach. Spirit is saying you're going through a time period right now where you have a lot of spiritual growth to do and healing. And until that process is done, you're going to spend a lot of time reflecting. Okay? Let's see what this message is. The greatest love you've ever experienced will be yours. They're like right on top of the messages that they should be on top of. So pretty much if you're sitting around feeling like, where is my soulmate? Why am I feeling lonely? Or if you have a soulmate and you're like, where is my tribe, my people that get me? It's coming in. And it's going to probably be one of the greatest experiences you've had in your life, where you're going to feel like you're meeting your matches or your match. Oh, that's dope. All right, last but not least, if you chose Baby Buddha, then this is your reading. Baby Buddha is like, I'm trying to get a way to explain this message. Baby Buddha is like the energy of all of them. Spirituality, being connected with this purple on, connecting to source energy. With this blue around the neck, intuition is open. With the shells around the head, this is prosperity and royalty, royal energy. And that big smile and open arms is just an open heart. So I'm getting, if you stay in alignment, the law of attraction works very well with you if you chose 3. It's like you can speak things into being, or you can feel things into being, and that's exactly what the law of attraction is about. You may end up teaching. With those open arms, I feel like you need to spread what you learned, spread your experiences with others. They can learn from them. All right, let me get your message. A new home location or job or fun experience is coming. So that's amazing that all of them each ended up exactly on top of the storyline that they should be on top of. That's pretty blunt. Nothing else to add to that. All right, so what I'm going to do now is move into your shadow. So black cards means it's work, stuff you need to still work through. Blue means it's stuff that you are currently working through, or you have completely gotten over. Or I would say not completely, because it wouldn't have came up, but like you're pretty much almost done with the lesson. Okay? I'm gonna move these out the way because these were more for my VIPs initially. So let's move aside. They don't have nothing to do with this part of the reading. All right. So, I'm about to just throw that down there. So, take what resonates. All right. So, this is a general read. Again, I'm going to lay out 3 of these. The black ones are going to tell you what shadow work you need to do, where your inner child is possibly wounded. We have disappointment. Why does it hurt when things don't go as expected? So, you are working through understanding and accepting when things don't go your way. Right now, that's a struggle for you. Right now, somebody out there, you feel like disappointments are hard for you to handle when you're expecting things to go a certain way. Envy. And I was just talking about that with being on social media and looking at what other people are doing. Comparing self to others can cause insecurity. So why do I do it? Maybe you go online, maybe you got people in your family, maybe you got friends, whatever the case may be, they tell you their accomplishments, or you're watching how their life is going, and you do envy, whether you realize it or not. And regrets. Begin to see why it didn't happen. So that to me goes right hand in hand with disappointment. Start to understand that certain things didn't go the way they were supposed to go for a reason. Now let's see what you work through or are currently working through. Now the blue cards are hard to see, I'll tell you now, because I was a dummy and I wrote on a lot of them with metallic markers. So this one I have to read. Oh, are you kidding me? It says disappointment. I now know it was not my fault. Okay, so some of you are currently working on accepting that, some things just happen for a reason. And then there's some of you who have already worked through that. Either way, it's a process that our collective apparently really needs to look at for both of those to come up. What else? Toxic people. Something we've been working through for quite a minute. Okay, I have the courage to leave behind people and things I don't need. That is something we're currently working through, my collective. And rejection. Oh my God, was I not talking about rejection just this week? I'm starting to see that times when someone chose another, it was the universe protecting me. And you weren't being rejected. All right, you're starting to realize that. You're starting to learn that. That's one of the shadow work, some of the shadow work that we have to do with our inner child. What do you need to surrender? Surrender fear, collective. Maybe you're not making moves or getting rid of toxic people, or certain things aren't happening in your life because you're afraid to let go of the familiar. It says, let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. Yeah, I was telling people to celebrate accomplishments just yesterday and today. Next, surrender to play. Oh my gosh. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So my collective, we must be too serious and too focused on the coin or work or school or something, because this playfulness has come up in prior days to today in different decks. And surrender to divine timing, probably the thing that I have the most trouble with. And I'm sure if you're in the collective, so do you. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Easier said than done. And last but not least, let's go to these life coach cards, and then I will do your personals, my VIPs, and then we are going to get up. So now is a good time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment. Your environment is coming up for you. So if this was your personal STEAM session, I would suggest to you to start to declutter. Not only things in your home, but there may be people you let in and out your house too much that are toxic and don't need to be in there either. And maybe there's a fear to it that you're afraid to do this, but you're being called to do it now. Universal bank. Everything you need to thrive is already here. So pretty much this goes with playfulness. Take a break. You're overthinking. Everything that you need, you already got. You already done it. So chill and have fun. All right. And lastly, past life connections. You are currently healing past life wounds. I do past lifetime readings, by the way. So maybe certain things are not flowing as quickly or in the timing that you wanted them to because they're connected to your past lifetimes. And things that you're still clearing up and healing from. Maybe even in this current lifetime, you're still healing from. That is causing the divine time clock to pause and give you time to go through this process and heal. Okay. That was very synchronized. Alrighty. Let me take these out for y'all. I'm going to turn the camera up because I need to see. In the meantime, for the collective, I'm gonna do Starseed Pick-a-Pal very quick. And for the VIPs, I'm just gonna individually say your name and pull your chakra cards and your aura energy card so that you know what you need to get into balance. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I'll take that. Collective, and that everybody star seeds. I just called y'all star seeds, so that must be a bunch of y'all on here that are. I was gonna say VIPs, but you can also select, a star seed card. I'm gonna do. They said 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me change this music because I'm going to get in trouble by YouTube. Okay. Hold on, let me make sure. Sorry. Like I don't got enough food in my system. That's a little bit loud. I might get flagged for this too. Let me turn this down some. All right. Okay. So, I almost said sow my star seeds again. All right. So my star seeds, I'm gonna do you, and I did it again. Yo, you guys are star seeds, man. Y'all need to look into that. Okay? Y'all need to look into Osiris. Sorry, not Osiris. You need to look into Sirius. The Pleiades, look into the Dogon tribe in Mali. They are all star ancestors, descendants of star ancestors. Look into mud print cloth. That's supposedly the maps, they said, of different galaxies. Yeah, a lot of you here. Look into Mali, the Dogon tribe. I'm feeling a strong pull. They believe they come from the, oh my God, what's this? Their constellation. I have it written on my wall. Now I'm trying to see where it is. I have so many things written here. If you know, and I'm taking too long, you can put it in the chat. I don't think they're Sirius. I don't think that's their constellation. Did I take the paper down where I wrote it? I usually keep it up on my wall because I know my memory is shifty and I won't remember. If it comes to me before the session's over, I will mention it so that you can do your research. Because that was just one too many times I wanted to call y'all my star seeds. Yeah. So that got to be something with that. I don't think they're serious, but I keep hearing that one in my head. But I don't think that's the one. I'm mad now. Nope. I just looked at my wall and highlighted is the word serious. I wish I could turn the camera around. It is highlighted. So maybe it's that one. If that's not the one for their tribe, then that is the one y'all need to look into. Sirius. Okay. Alrighty. So let's get your card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Choose a card according to the number. Then I'll show, I'm not going to bring the pictures up. You can choose a number from 1 to 7 and put it in the chat. Okay. I'm not going to say which one is which. That's why I said just put your number in the chat, claim it. When you do not, and this is a side note for my sister, Tisha, if you on here, this is for you. If you don't follow my directions today and just pick one, woe is you. You're going to get a mixed and confused reading. Thank you. 1 pal, 1, all right? Put the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 in the chat. Choose your one message from your star ancestors. Okay. By now, y'all should be good. And Tisha, if you on here or if you catch the replay, I swear, don't try to tell me no ancestor told you pick more than one. And I'm glad this isn't a Zoom session where people could click in and add their 2 cents. You're forced to listen to me. Okay. So, if you chose 1, and if you thought this was in order, you are wrong. Boom. They're sending me to this one. Then this is your card. I don't know if I'm holding it upright. Nope, it's this way. Whoop. And they said, no, flip it over. This is your picture. And it says meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. So if you chose number 1, there's a need for you to go within. There's a need for you to meditate more. If you chose 2, boom. If you chose 2, this is your card. And your card says blue star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. All right, let's carry on. If you chose 3. My stupid sounds. I'm going to choose 3 with y'all. 3. And your card says Gaia. Wow. Didn't I channel Gaia yesterday? This is like, these whole past few days have been very synchronized, y'all. I can't look at my clock without seeing some kind of double digit every time. I was about to say, y'all can ask my daughter like y'all all be seeing her. But yeah, every time it's always a double digit. So it says Gaia, connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. So it must be, whoa, some time of transition for some of you guys. Call on and connect to Mama Earth. All right. She'll help you make it through. And number 4, if you chose the number 4. There we go. That was stupid, but hey. This is your card. And the back of it says observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. So you need to really start to look at the world and nature and the things around you and spirituality and that just all of these things. Expand how you are in the real world, in your thinking, and just start to realize how everything happens for a reason, really, how life is all interconnected, how we're all one and things like that. All right. Spirit told me stop reading the cards. It's for y'all to figure out. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to 5. If you chose 5, this is your card. Let's go here. And my number 5, it says surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Okay. Number 6. 6. This is your card. Wow. And this card says transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitations and allow your soul's light to truly shine. Yeah, get out your head. And number 7, if you chose 7. 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why did I do that when there's only one card left? So you knew what it was. You have this card, and the back of it says truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. Alrighty. I think those were great messages from Star Ancestors. I'm gonna do individual very quick, my VIPs. While I'm doing the VIPs, you weren't expecting to have to get up and do some steam movement. Get ready, because we're gonna do a quick little, I think I'm just gonna do the steam routine today, and the hand mudras can be a little bit much. And if you really want to experience that, then join one of my workshops online, because we do them and feel the shift. Okay? So what I'm going to do real quick is for my VIPs, I'm going to give you a chakra check-up and an aura checkup. What that means is it's going to tell you what vibration you are in right now, and then it's also going to tell you what chakra could use a little bit more alignment and how. Okay? So alphabetical order, I'm starting with Afua. Okay, what is your vibe right now? What is your vibration? All right. And all of this is just to advise you on where you need to, balance out your energies, and if you need to at all. All right. So right now, your energy feels calm. All right. You're not frazzled. It just feels, at least that's the vibe you're giving off. Maybe internally if you're not calm, okay, but the vibe, these cards are vibrations, and that means when people are around you, they feel that you're very calm. All right. Now, you also give off an indigo aura, which is associated to the third eye. And the card says, intuition is my guide. The keywords are third eye, psychic, clarity, purpose, and knowing. So you might be feeling very intuitive right now, or around this time, or you're seeking clarity and more inner knowing. Okay. Let's see what chakra could use a little bit more alignment. Because I would check and see, which chakra is very strong, but we more so want to know which one we need to work on. So you got meditation coming through, your crown chakra. So your connection to source, you have to reconnect. And to do that, it says, see more clearly, close your eyes. There's a need for you to meditate. All right. If you want to connect to God more, if you want to get clarity with things that you're questioning, and more connected to your third eye and inner knowing, there's a need for you to really connect to source energy. Okay, that means praying to God. That means forgiving God if you have any beef with God. I'm almost feeling a rift, like maybe you blamed God for certain things subconsciously without realizing it, or the universe. And they're saying, go within, you'll get the clarity. You'll see that everything is for a reason. It'll help you to accept certain things. And the crystal they're recommending is called howlite. I used to have some, but I don't anymore. And it looks just like this grayish, black, white type thing. Okay. All right, gotta move on. I didn't even realize I rambled for so long. Trust and believe, a steam session, I would not be talking for no 30 minutes. That was just me doing me. All righty. Second person is Caitlin. What's her vibe? Need one more. All right. Of course, I tell Caitlin answers one more, and they spit out 2 more, but that's all good. I've worked with them for a while, so I already knew what was coming. All righty. So your vibe, girl. Lavender tranquility. You got a lot of purple coming through. Very, very connected to the divine. All right. You got your energy right now is very spiritual. I guess when people are around you, maybe they feel like a church vibe, or something like that. Hold on one second. Sorry, I don't mean to run. Connie, please don't. sorry, I had an elephant go stomping by my room just now and grunting. Y'all don't know, it's crazy in this house right now with the kids. They all need to put on clothes and get out and go outside. Because the oldest is graduated, so waiting for her to get that call for that job. That would be great. Anyway, Caitlin, you got a lot of purple energy, which is very spiritual, religious energy around you right now. Lavender means tranquility, sacred, relaxing, pleasant, kindness. Get some flowers too, or maybe scents of flowers will help you. Twin flame vibe. You're really in a twin flame mode right now. You might be calling your twin flame in if you haven't already. You got purple, the violet flame, which is the highest you can be in connecting to God energy. It's the highest of your crown chakra, kings and queens type energy. And you're being told to meditate and to breathe more into that. So when you do that, really focus on the crown chakra, really surround yourself with some purple energy. A lot of purple coming through, a lot of crown chakra. Everybody you're either blocking source or you're very, very connected. Now, the other energy you're giving off though is anxieties. You're stressing a little bit over certain things or over anxious about stuff, and they're telling you to get into that lavender mode of tranquility and relax. What chakras needs a little help? Needs a little bit more alignment. Okay, this one wants to come out. Third eye chakra. Trust. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. So they're coming through to let you know your crown is connected to source. You're very, very connected to God. And but you're ignoring the messages that come through. You don't trust them a lot. You know, you're usually later on saying, I knew that, or I saw that, or I should have known that. So work on the third eye. Some meditate a little bit of midnight blue to that center. And like a fool, you should do purple to the crown. All right, when you meditate. I'm probably not going to get a chance because I talk so much to do the guided visualization. I'll do that tomorrow. But we are going to get up and do the steam routine. All right, because I need to get up. All right, so let's go. Oops. Okay, Monique. What is your vibe? Okay, those jump right out. All right, wow. You're in a good vibration mode. Rainbow energy, which is wishes fulfilled. So maybe you come through feeling very, very cheerful. Your energy feels happy. Yeah. Your vibe is coming off very good. And you're coming off the people as being very spontaneous. Maybe you're down for whatever. If somebody pops something up on you, you're like, all right, let's do it. Yeah, so the things that you want are coming in right now. Yeah, there's not much more to say when you get the rainbow. That's actually all of your aura is just giving off like a rainbowish aura, like, which is pretty freeing. And yeah, let's see. Well, I can't see because your people just smacked the carpet out of my hand. What chakras need to be in alignment? All of them. You need to do all the chakras, okay? Your aura. The aura is the vibe you give off, your energy. So when you come around people, they can't see your chakras. They can't feel your chakras. They can feel your energy, though, that you give off. The energy you give off is great, but your energy within, you have to get into alignment. It says all things work best in conjunction with all things. And there's equilibrium. Is that, oh, they're just showing a billion crystals that you could get. Quartz crystal, amethyst, lapis lazuli, jade, citrine, carnelian, and smoky quartz. They'll help you get your chakras into a balance, because this card says chakra balance. So it's a need to balance them. Maybe sometimes your crown is stronger than your heart. Sometimes your heart chakra is really open and the other ones might not be. It's a need for you to get balance, okay? So you gotta meditate. And when you meditate, just clear each of them. Bring them into balance, okay? You should know how. You were in Feel the Shift. That's all I'm going to say about that. Last but not least, let me make sure I did do everybody, because y'all know my mindset. I think Stacy, and then we're going to get up and move. Yep. Okay. One more. I said one more. Your people threw out 3 more. So this is your vibe right now. Feeling very determined. I see yellow for determination. So happy, confident, 10 of Cups, solar plexus. I don't know if there's a relationship, but a lot of emotional fulfillment coming through. Feeling very, at least that's the vibe you give off. Keep in mind, I'm telling y'all, this is your vibe. Doesn't mean that's how you really feel inside, but it would be great if you do. You got 10 of Cups, solar plexus. It's like emotional fulfillment, feeling very confident, determined to get your happiness. And then on the other end, all right, you have 2 sides of the coin right now. So on one end, you're feeling very playful. It might be something new you're involved in, either a relationship or something that you're very, very happy about or passionate about. That has you very confident or determined, gives you a playful vibe. All right, you want to stay in that energy where you're smiling, you're laughing, you're carefree, you're emotionally feeling very lighthearted. On the other side of things, though, the other 2 cards are showing your energy to be in a gray mode. Gray means karmic debts. And then karmic debts came out with it. So you may have been going through a period of karmic cycles. Karmic cycles means it's some things that are occurring in your life because of either past lifetimes or things you did in this lifetime. All right. But when you have a gray aura, that's a tower energy. That's like something that's something you thought was stable, coming down, like God knocking it down. It's also like feeling like you're in a fog. Like, I'm not really sure which way to go. There's a need to release control, a need to trust in the divine, but it's a sign that there's a big change on the horizon that's going to put the end to a cycle and start a new one. So you just have to realize that any negative things that are happening to you or that come in your path are due to karma, and you have to learn. If you don't learn the lesson with karmic debts, then you repeat the cycle. All right. So instead of getting upset or disappointed, Spirit is saying learn from whatever doesn't go your way. And if they feel like you learned the lesson, then you move on past that. You get rid of that karma and you clear it. But yeah, and try to stay in this energy. Maybe wear some yellow. Okay. What chakra could use some aligning? Last but not least. Okay, that's too many. I'm going to take the one that stayed on the table. All the rest hit the floor. All right, this was flipped up. I'll take them. You got root chakra. So you could use some red jasper. That's what they're trying to show in the card. Red jasper helps with grounding in the root chakra. And it says grounding. Sink your roots deep, connect them to the heart of the earth. When your root chakra is a little bit off, you might feel insecure and not really safe. You might not be trusting in your ancestors. Maybe you don't feel like your family is very stable either, or your home. And there's a need for you to connect to the planet and just feel safe in Mama Earth's energy. And then you have a reminder. Focus on your solar plexus. This was the other card that was flipped up on the floor. All right, so I said stay in that yellow energy. I guess they came through to remind you. And the crystal that is associated with your solar plexus is citrine, which is yellow. And I hope you could tell my light is making it look white, but it's yellow. And it says abundance. The world is abundant when you choose to see it that way. So you do need a mindset shift. If you've been feeling lack and struggle, it's because Spirit is saying that's where your mind is at. You see the world as right now you are struggling or it's lacking in something that you need. And when you shift that mindset, you'll be fine, happy and confident. Alrighty. I hope that resonated for you VIPs. Let's get up and really do a little 4-minute, just breathe. Y'all do this. Y'all can follow me. It's really simple. And make sure you breathe through the process. All right, now, why are we acting? Okay. You can see me. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for using this, but I just love her. I was gonna use drums, but I said no. Use my girl, SONA JOBARTEH, to wrap it up today. It's just the mood that I like. Especially if you're feeling anxiety. You need to mellow out. So let's calm ourselves, breathe in. And release. Exhale through your mouth. In. Let's get some love from Mama Earth. Feel her energy in the palms of your hands and clear your aura with it. Other side. Repeat. And exhale. Taking that love into your heart chakra. Take it in. Send it out. Take it in. Keep your hands to your heart. We're going to send some love to Gaia. Make sure you're breathing through the process. Walk with me and walk. This is giving and receiving. Step lightly on the earth. Let's take some love in from Mama Earth to your heart. Dance with your ancestors, your spirit guides. Thank the source. And taking a deep breath. Exhale, release any stress, any tension. Taking some love and light from Mama Earth. Take it all the way up to your crown. Exhale and just release any leftover stresses, worries, tensions. Let them go and surrender them to the Most High. Thank you guys for staying with me through this session and making it through day 4. I'll see you all tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. for the bonus session. Those that don't know, the 911 messages are spontaneous messages, okay? So what it means is when you come on, there may be a message here for you, all right? It's going to be somebody's story. Of course, the VIPs, you're going to get your personal emergency message that spirit just feels like you need to hear. But everyone else, there's going to be a couple of stories here. It might not be yours, okay? You can always come in to check, and if it resonates, then that's you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then VIPs, you're going to have a message here from your guides. Now, those that want to be VIPs, it's not too late. It was a $10 donation towards the 5 days, and you get an in-depth one on personal, pretty much in-depth read for $10. I'm pulling more than one card. So if you still want to jump on that, just go to the website steamholisticarts.com/free-workshop. Also, by registering, it puts your energy more into the class because I know who's coming. But this is the bonus day tomorrow, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace, blessings, and all the good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Thank y'all. Bye.